Chapter 16. In the dead of night, the desert is freezing. Hotaru has fainted, and Aziza, with little strength, carries her forward. Her body, covered in goosebumps, lips cracked, fingers stiff. She shivers with intensity, similar to fear, and her foggy, shaky breath is heavy. Thankfully, the terrifying monsters are gone, but still they're left to roam the endless desert. With each step, her energy dwindles, slowly succumbing to the cold sands. However, while her stamina fades, her mind races. She cannot stop now, for she knows Isamu and Fedir would do the same. Their lives, like Hotaru, weigh on her shoulder, a burden she will carry in a heartbeat to save them. Not again will she be alone. She wraps her free arm around Hotaru to shield her from the harsh winds as she reaches the apex of another hill. In the distance, her eyes shine with life. Glimmers of light rest atop the castle's several sentry posts. The Castle of Hope is colored like the sand, and nearby is the beautiful oasis the people spoke of. Her steps hurry towards the grand gateway, and as she closes in, 2 armored guards with red shields spot her. One removes their crimson helmet to reveal a matured woman with long brown hair. She leans her head forward and snaps her head to the other guard next to her. They're travelers. The other guard catches sight, and they run over to them. "Hey!" she shouted. As they run towards them, Aziza tumbles into the large arms of the helmetless guard. Her embrace is warm, comforting, and safe, like a child hiding in a blanket. Her scent is calming like an ocean breeze, making her believe she's in a dream. Aziza rests her head on her chilly breastplate like a newborn baby. "We must take them inside. Hurry and bring reinforcements," the motherly woman ordered. The other guard is a younger woman, and salutes before running to the gate. "Yes, ma'am. Don't you worry now. You're safe. We will take care of you." Aziza's voice is dry and weak. "There's more of us. My friends. They're still out there. Please ease yourself. We need to make sure you're safe first." More guards arrive, and without a word, they take Hotaru through the open gate. As Aziza's guide follows, Aziza tightly grips the steel braces of her armor, afraid of letting go, a feeling which is too familiar. She gazes upon the castle grounds, the light from the sentries illuminating the path ahead. The front is covered in a field of sand where many guards are posted. Most are resting or feeding their provisions to the dozens of adorable cats that tail them. Following the paved walkway of stone, with pillars of marble along its edge, leads to an open door to the entrance of the castle. A pristine red carpet with golden streaks greets them, and what awaits her inside is like what the old fortune-teller told back at Asham. Only women of various ages and races roam the walkway. The many pathways, stairs, and doors make the castle more of an indoor city, a getaway paradise that the church would describe as the heavens. Even with the night upon them, the castle's people chat, dance, shop, and the biggest attraction by far is a hot spring in one of the corners. As dozens enter and exit the grand wooden doors with a welcoming sign, releasing glimpses of the soothing toasty steam near its entrance, the young guard from before brings a phial of clean, cool water and warm, soft bread. "Thank you," Aziza says, scarfing down her rations in seconds, enjoying every bit of the refreshing water and the delicious bread. Having a moment of peace in the wondrous atmosphere of the castle is a bliss unlike any other part of the world that has been described to her. From how perfect everything is, she takes a moment to pinch herself to try and awaken from her dream. But no matter the pain she grants upon herself, nothing changes. A place that sits on the dangerous sands, home of undead monsters, should not be possible. Perhaps it is due to its isolation that it has achieved its heavenly wonder and reputation. As her mind calms and her body heats back up, she takes a moment to organize her thoughts. Isamu and Fedir are still in the depths of the desert. Please, you have to help me, she begged. These monsters arose from the ground and attacked us. They took my friends in this whirlpool, and they sank. Their fear in their eyes halted her words. Despite the steam that floats around, the air is chilling. Is there some way you can help? She beseeched. They hesitate, and the older woman speaks. I'm afraid your friends are gone. Her dark skin washes its color away like wet paint. Her heart beats with intensity, yet feels dead. Her voice is a whimper as she cries, but her body wants to scream. She falls to her knees, holding back the flooding tears. Not only has this news tore her apart, but to explain to Hotaru the death of her brother kills her. I'm sorry. They were consumed by the desert's curse. A soft voice emerges from the nearby stairs at the center of the castle. What is the commotion about? Aziza tilts her head up to find a glamorous woman. She wears a glimmering white dress that exposes most of her glowing brown skin, akin to the desert sand in the hot sun. From silky hands down to her bare feet, she is decorated with rings of various and bright gemstones. Her deep brown eyes shimmer like the midnight stars, and her jet black hair adorns a beautiful golden crown. Her voice and smile are angelic, with each word that leaves her luscious lips. Your Majesty, I didn't mean to disturb your slumber, the eldest shouted, quickly kneeling down whilst the others soon followed. She reaches down to Aziza with a gentle hand. No need to fret. I simply heard this young woman's cry, and had to help. Now, raise your head, little one. Aziza reaches out and grabs her hand that is as soft as a newborn's skin. She has an addictive and intoxicating aroma that makes her guard's perfume seem like a cheap imitation sold by a con artist. Though her anxiety has spiked, the queen's sheer beauty has her frozen like a statue. If Isamu or even Fedir saw her, they would have melted into the floor. Even with all the chaos happening, Aziza remains calm in her speech. Your Majesty, I need to save my friends. They fell into a sinkhole when we fought against these monsters at the dead of night. I managed to escape with one of my friends, but please, there must be a way I can save them. I refuse to believe they are gone. She appears to ponder for a moment as she softly caresses her perfect hands, her nails and eye catching deep red. Follow me and I will explain the situation. The rest of you have done great in keeping the peace. Return back to your post. Yes, Your Majesty. The beautiful queen steps onto the stairs with each soft step, while Aziza still drags her feet, exhausted by the days of trudging. As my subordinates said, your friends fell victim to the desert's curse. Not many have survived the plunge into the depths. However, those who have speak of an underground graveyard full of lost spirits. So they can still be alive? Potentially. Though the trial that awaits them is a grueling one. In the depths is a maze which, when completed, leads to the base of the Great Pyramid. If they somehow manage to quell the restless demons, then the deadly traps await them next. I need to get to the pyramid then. If there's a chance, I must take it. Ease yourself, young one. First we must see if they still live, and if so, we must lend them our spiritual might. Now, I must know before we can begin. Do any of your allies wield the power of magic? Fedir does. He is a priest who carries a staff. His magic is unlike anyone else's I've seen. Excellent. He will be our target then. The stairway ends, leading to an empty audience chamber. Not even a guard is in sight. Continuing to the end of the red carpet is a divine throne with golden limbs and a red, comfy cushion. She takes a seat, crossing her smooth foot, with matching glossy red nails over her leg. She removes a blue sapphire ring from her slim finger and holds it out. Take this ring, the prayer ring. The underground is covered in a thick miasma that dispels all magic. With this ring, you can transfer your spiritual energy over to him to counteract the miasma. However, your bond must be tightly knit for it to work. Once the ring signifies his life force, I will send out some soldiers to retrieve them. Thank you, she cries in response. The whole thing sounds like bogus, and with her luck from the fortune teller, she doesn't have high hopes, but she must try. She looks deep into the shining ring. It carries a faint, sweet smell of jelly. No doubt if she were to take it back to Asham, she could make a fortune to last a lifetime. She holds it close to her chest. Her soul cries out to him, in hopes that her energy can reach them. She softly begs the goddess above for the ring to work, with each plea getting louder. Fedir, please hear my cry. Please let this ring work. I can't go forward without you two. She holds it tight, and the silence of the empty chamber shatters. An unpleasant sound echoes throughout the room. Did it work? She opens her eyes and stares down to the gemstone to see a huge crack across its surface.